everything that Mother Nature has to offer. Well, let's give you a little sneak peek behind the scenes. This is one of my favorite events of the year. I've had the opportunity to travel to Tucson Gem event many times, and boy, is it exciting. There are booths, there are exhibition halls, there are individual tents, and there is a convention
center,
right? I mean, you can't go anywhere without seeing rocks and gemstones and crystals and beads and artwork, and you'll find things that you didn't even know existed. You'll discover stones that you've never heard of. It's really exciting. That's where who's who in the industry goes to do their deals, right?
If you don't go to Tucson, you're not in the industry. That's, I mean, that's just the way it is. And when people say, are you going to the gem show? It's not a gem show. It's gem shows. There are literally dozens of different venues that have different names that are across the entire city. But this, to me, if you've never purchased anything from Paul Deasy Gems, I want this to be your very first purchase.
Because this is an easy one. Yeah, the entrance fee is a mere $6.98 on FlexPay, which is probably, you know, less than the last Uber you took, right?
Or the fancy coffee that you had to string together 17 words to order.
That's right.
All right.
A Coco Moco Latte Frappe Coco Chino.
This is a band ring. Everybody should have a band ring or a stack ring in their wardrobe. This is the best example of the great colors that I love. Starting left to right on your screen, we have the peridot. It matters very much where you get your peridot from. I have one of the best sources in all of the world in China for this very bright peridot. Next to that is a citrine, and that comes to you from Brazil.
That's our most limited color choice, by the way. Yeah, the citrine. Isn't that glorious?
I predict right now,
a ray of sunshine.
The #1 seller this hour will be the peridot. All right. Now after that, we got after the citrine,
blue topaz.
Blue topaz. Now, anybody else shows you these 5 rings, blue topaz is gonna be the #1 seller. But there's something special about my peridot, and I know that you recognize that. Another one of my babies is garnet, the birthstone for the month of January. This is the Mozambique garnet. Now, do you understand
it's the red,
that you have for $34.90 a peridot or a citrine or a blue topaz or a garnet or a white topaz, and that you take care of that, that will last you the rest of your life, and you can will that to your children.
Yeah, these are all genuine gemstones, all set in
Absolutely.
precious metal, the beautiful, most reflective, noble metal, solid sterling silver, and it's not small. This is not like a tiny accent band or one that you have to sort of
Average
squint
of 2 carats.
and close one eye to figure out what kind of gemstones are in it. These are big, juicy ovals, 5 6x4 ovals. And once you pick your color, pick your size. We have sizes 5 through size 9. I think we said the average carat weight is about 2 carats.
About 2 carats, give or take.
Yeah, because they all have different specific gravity weights. But I think your only regret is not picking up more than 1. Why? Because it's a huge customer pick. It's a fan favorite, so it's back by demand. Maybe you missed out on
You know what's crazy?
Getting one last time.
Here's what's crazy. This is one of my more popular rings at this network. It is, I think, 4.7 out of 5 stars on average, but it's never been priced this low. To say that this will sell out today may be the biggest understatement of this event, and the only reason it's at this price, we sold thousands of them at close to $40, but only because the Tucson event is the biggest event for this network every single year. That's peridot, folks.
Right, there's never been a better time. It's the big Tucson gemstone event, and here you go, our lowest price ever, $34.90 for genuine gemstones. I'll walk you through each of these one more time. This is the peridot, and the peridot is all natural. That's untreated,
no treatment
right?
whatsoever.
That's that beautiful, lush, verdant, and vivid green color, the color of spring, the color of grass. It might be buried under 2 feet of snow right now.
You heard my friend.
Trust me, it's out there.
You heard my friend Jerry from New York. She said she was a former peridot hater.
That's right.
Now, you and I used to share a residence in another network. And when I introduced this stone to that other network, I went right to the camera and I said this. I know there are some of you that think that you hate peridot. I know I used to meet people all the time. They say, well, I say, when were you born? August. I say, oh, peridot's your birthday. And they're like, not crazy about it. Your eyes will never deceive you. You pick up one of these peridots. If you don't love it, if it doesn't become your favorite stone, send it back. I'm not gonna complain. You have a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. But what you're gonna find out is that it's all about the color, and it's all about where you source it from. 20 years ago, everybody was buying peridot from India. And quite frankly, it was kind of drab, olivine. This is bright, natural, untreated peridot.
All right, so you've just received the Peridot Challenge. If you don't love that Peridot, goodness gracious, we'll give you a full money back guarantee.
Become a former Peridot Haters Club member.
That's right, and that is hosted by Jerry on Facebook.
Look at the citrine.
Let's go through the citrine. And by the way, we are losing colors and we are losing sizes, so you need to jump right in on this super quick if you're even thinking about it. If you want citrine, we're down to 2 sizes, 5 and 6, lowest price ever. This citrine, I know I'm wearing a red dress, but it is a really pretty sort of lemon honey.
I call it almost in between.
Golden color, yeah, it's not pale.
No, it's in between the golden and the Madeira. It's kind of an in between. But this is great. It comes from Brazil.
60 left in the citrine.
And heat, most of your citrine is heat treated, okay?
To bring out that beautiful natural color. Peridot, we just sold out of size 9. Grab the other colors quickly. And then for all of my blue girls out there,
blue topaz.
This is a very popular color. Where was this on the blue topaz scale? Sort of like
Swiss. Oh, this is Swiss.
Swiss blue topaz.
Yeah, this is Swiss. Now, let me explain for guys that are watching, and I know you're in the doghouse for some reason or another.
Okay, size 9 just sold out in blue topaz.
First, admit you were wrong, and that's the first step. Now let's remedy the situation. Blue is the most popular color in the world, so you don't have to necessarily know what a birthstone is. Everybody needs a bright, brilliant blue like this.
Okay.
And for $34.90, if you ordered delivery pizza tonight, and with the tax and the delivery, you're probably already there.
You're gonna spend more on your Uber Eats than you will on this ring. Okay, so blue topaz, we just lost size 9. Let's talk about the garnet.
Another pet of mine.
Last call on size 9. Oh, size 9 just sold out. Last call on size 8 in the garnet. Now, Paul Deasy, for me, made me fall in love with garnet all over again because I learned a lot of what I know about gemstones from Paul Deasy. And one thing that really struck me when you spoke about garnet is that it is probably one of the most underrated stones because when you look at garnet, this is all natural. This is an untreated gemstone. When I hold it up to the light and when you see garnet, like Paul Deasy can get for you, it actually has a beautiful sort of flash of like a cherry red. That's a great shot, guys. Thank you. Or like a fiery red.
And here's what's even more spectacular. If you take any natural gemstone, they can actually measure the sparkle of that stone. Number 1 in a natural stone is a diamond. It's 2.42
show you the white topaz next.
On what they call the refractive index. If you take a look at number 2, again for natural stones would be a zircon, like a red zircon. Number 3 is garnet.
Oh,
it actually is very high on that refractive index, the measurable sparkle of a stone.
Are getting really limited. Here's one other idea I want to leave you with. Get 2 of the white topaz. You can use those as great border rings, guard rings, or you can alternate. I mean, there's no reason why you couldn't wear 2 or 3 or 4
or you have to.
5 of these together.
You have to.
Knuckle to knuckle look.
You can wear same colors, or you can mix them up like this.
Yeah, you can alternate, or maybe you pick your birthstones. They're all represented there so beautifully. Do not miss out. We've sold already more than 600 of these. My producer is saying these are destined for a sellout. Just pick your color and your size. That's Erin back there.
Erin, what was the number 1 seller color?
She's Peridot.
Still champion.
They always have to be right. Whatever happened to admitting you were wrong?
No, I was wrong one time. I think it was 1973. and it turns out my first instinct I was right, but then I second guessed myself.
And he was right all along. Judy, I don't know how you put up with him for all these years.
I don't know how anybody puts up with me, to be
It's
honest.
a miracle anyone stays married. Okay.
Love.
We've got to give you some more sneak peeks, and it's the top of the hour, so welcome in. I'm Sarah, this is Paul Deasy. It is a wild ride. Tucson Gem Event is always full of glorious surprises. Now, if you picked up on the garnet version of that $34 ring, check this baby out. This is like, wow. Talk about kind of a fun flashback to those big, chunky, fun necklaces.
But the difference is, again, this is gem quality.
Yeah.
I didn't find included material. You can shine a light behind that. You will see how clear this material is.
Look at how much garnet is
Are you ready
here.
for this? I weighed this before my 2 a.m. show. It was 2 a.m. What else was I gonna do? It came in at 375 grams,
Okay.
okay? Now,
What does that mean to us?
let's say I take away 25 of those for the silver weight.
Isn't that
This
pretty?
is basically
Look at the size of this.
like 725 carats.
Okay.
700, it's like 17 cents a carat for gemstones.
Yeah, isn't this pretty? Already 100 of you have shopped for this today. We have fewer than 400. So I just want you to know that is available. It's super affordable at $59.90. We're gonna move on.
Untreated again, completely
And
natural.
try to stump our gem expert
Please
today.
do that, please,
Because I
bring it
really
on.
want him to be wrong at least once before the end of the hour.
Bring it.
He's saying bring it on.
And you know what? If there's ever something for you that I can't answer, like a lot of times I get somebody saying, have you heard of this stone? I will find out for you, but I'll tell you
Okay.
most of the times when that's the case, it's just somebody giving it a name.
A different name
of a
to a different
right.
stone.
And then
Well,
they try
when
and
are you going to
trademark
come
it.
up with like Deasyite or Pauldamite? I don't know if that has a very nice ring to it. No?
No.
Okay.
You've just been fired from my marketing department.
I'm never going to get hired by Paul DC Gems Inc. All right, so I can't give up my day job.
No.
So let's do this.
I don't want you to because I love your love of gemstones.
Oh, they're just so beautiful. And you know what? Each one has a story. Each one has an incredible source. And to bring these to life, to bring these to HSN is so much fun for me. I hope you're enjoying the show. We're here with our accredited jewelry professional, the one and only gem expert, Paul Deasy. He's literally written the book on gemstones. And this, we gave you a little sneak peek earlier. I'm dying to know what you think. This is an opal triplet with Australian opals.
Yes.
You have a choice of the ring, or we have it for you in the matching bracelet. The bracelet is completely adjustable. That's gonna fit up to almost a 10-inch wrist on that slinky, sexy silver chain. And then we also have the ring, which is, are you ready for this? Sizes 5 through 10 available for you. That is an Australian opal triplet center stone, ringing in at 14 by 10 millimeters. Let's talk about Australian opal.
Let's talk about Australian opal because I was there in 2001 and then again in 2000 and like 7, something like that. Back then, when I went to the mines, there were like 400 people in a place called Lamina Station mining this. It is the most difficult place in the world to live and to work. It is in the driest part of the driest state of the driest continent on Earth. When I was making the drive from Alice Springs down to the mine, the question isn't will you get a flat tire, it's how many you will get. There's one paved road in the entire center of the country, and when you leave on a trip like that,
Oh, it is.
no, here's what they say. It's a pretty good idea to call whoever you're meeting or the police and say, this is when I'm leaving, this is when I get there. Because generally tourists will stop, they walk away from the car, they become disoriented. 10 of the most deadly land snakes are in that area. Flies swarm upon you because that's the only place they can get moisture. It is a...
Thanks for painting a pretty
Yes,
picture.
I don't work for the Chamber of Commerce for Australia.
No.
I tell you like it is. But it is one of the most beautiful places and it produces some of the best opal. Well,
So tell us quickly, because we're going to
Yeah.
go to the phones.
Right.
And let me just jump in, because I want everyone to know what to look for in Australian Open, because right now you are seeing an incredible specimen.
It's what I
with
would call
the reds,
like-
the yellows, the greens,
I
the
call it almost a
purples.
pinfire flash. Now, this is a doublet, and I wanted to show you the side view. See that thin, kind of clear on top? That's the opal. Now, it's completely natural, it's untreated, and this is what it looks like when I turn it forward. The only difference between the doublet that I just showed you and this is a triplet is this is not 2 layers, it's 3 layers. You still start with that backing that is dark, which is like basically an ironstone, and then they put the opal on top of that, and then they cover it with a quartz cap.
So it protects,
It protects that opal.
So it's very wearable. The ring is here today at $139.98. This is a very large specimen. It's going to be securely set, 4-prong setting. And then the garnet is what are those beautiful red, juicy, cherry red accent stones. You're going to love that. The ring we have sizes, I believe, 5 through size 10. And then in the bracelet, it's one size fits all. Notice how you just sort of slip this on and you can slide and adjust the bead perfectly. You find your wrist, and then you can take your other hand and just sort of simply hold the anchor beads and then slide up there, like that. So now you can have a bracelet that really shows all those beautiful, fiery Australian opals. Let's go to the phones. Let's welcome in our next caller. Hi, you're live. It's Sarah and Paul. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. Hi there, welcome to the show. You're live on HSN.
Maybe running to get the opal?
Hi. Yeah, maybe they're shopping. Hello? Is anyone there?
I can't hear anyone if they're there.
Oh, maybe they're shopping. But I know we have a couple other callers waiting. And please stump our expert. That's what I hope you're calling in for. But really, you have like, I mean, is this something you saw a lot of in Tucson? Did you see Australian opals?
You don't see as much because the prices are really sky high. Now, what you do see is black opal. The whole point of the opal triplet or doublet, see, this is normally a white crystal opal. When you put that dark background, sometimes they'll use like an onyx, sometimes they'll use that ironstone. It makes, the difference between a black opal and a white opal is the body color. But the difference is also thousands of dollars a carat.
That's a great shot right there. You can really see the wonderful array of color. And that's why this is the ring that goes with everything. By the way, opal is also an October birthstone.
Yes, it is.
Because I think a lot of October babies don't realize that there is another beautiful gemstone for you. So
That's
I think
the primary, actually. The secondary is pink tourmaline.
Pink tourmaline, that's right.
Yeah, so, but here's something that everybody needs to know. Did you ever hear this one? Oh, I heard opals can be bad luck. Or I heard opals are bad luck unless it's your birthstone, and then it's good luck.
It's actually not true.
Completely false. I write about that in my book, and I know we're running out of time. I might have to tell you on the next opal presentation why it's not true.
You'll just have to bring us the book so we can read it.
We could do
You can
that.
study along at home. There'll be a test at the end of the show. We're just kidding. All right, we started with the band ring this hour, and I want to give you some quick updates. We sold, I think, over 900 of you shop for this today. We have 200 left. So we're mostly down to sizes 5 and 6. You can shop for a friend, you can shop for your mother, you know, a little early Mother's Day, maybe a treat for yourself for Valentine's Day.
Or maybe on a different finger of your hand.
That's right. If you want white topaz, we have size 6 or 7. If you are loving the other colors, we're down to 5 and 6. So there's the sky blue topaz, there's the yellow citrine, the beautiful gorgeous garnet, and then the incredible peridot. That's going to change your life,
And
that
let me know
peridot.
if you want other colors in the future that I can add to that.
That's a wonderful idea. How about like one that has all the colors?
A multi.
A multicolored ring. That
would
way
love that.
we can't decide.
I sent a sample already of that. Great minds.
Great minds think alike. Okay, we'll tell you when that's completely gone, but I'm so happy for all of you that are following along online. And really, the best way to shop is to watch the show and then either have your computer open to hsn.com, or you can follow us along on the app, the HSN app on your smartphone or your tablet, and that way you won't miss out on your favorite pieces, because I know what it's like to finally find something that you know you're going to love and cherish and to miss out. And lots new this hour. This is brand new. We talked about his famous peridot collection, and this is one stone that Paul is famous for. It's become iconic in his collection. This one is peridot paired with chrome diopside and white topaz. We have earrings for you at $199.98, and then we'll have a matching ring coming up for you. I'll get my hot little buttery fingers on that ring.
What do you notice that's different?
Show you the combination. That's coming up too.
About these earrings?
What's different?
I almost never do this.
Okay, this is a test. He's killing me today, people. Okay.
It's probably the first peridot I've done in the gold embraced.
I was gonna say, well, it's embraced in gold. Also, the cushion cut is really fun too. It's a little different in the cushion cut, and that's the shape that the peridot is in. What are the size of these peridots?
The peridot are 6 millimeters.
Yeah, those are gorgeous.
And even though the overall, this is kind of like a, what do you call it? Almost an optical illusion. They're rounds. But because we put them in the square setting, they look like they are a cushion cut. Now the cushion cut would be more expensive and heavier. But so what we did is we took the peridot, the birthstone for the month of August. Above it, what looks like emeralds to your eye are chrome diopside. That's that Russian gemstone that I always say what every emerald wishes it could be.
I love chrome diopside.
Lever backs, so they're very secure, very easy to wear.
They hinge open, you slip them on, they click shut. They don't fall off. You don't have to like look for the post back. in a shag carpet or anything like that. I mean, they're super easy on and off. And also the length on these, it's just a little over an inch. So these are available for you. They're $50 off today. The 5 flexible payments are for day. And again, you don't know Peridot until you've met Paul Deasy's Peridot. Speaking of Peridot, we have a brand new design that is so handsome, so striking. You're gonna love this cool new look with a contemporary vibe with the Peridot as the center stone, but it might be the first I've seen you do with the black enamel
this is
in combination with the Peridot. So you really create this backdrop for that center stone to just pop
and this is the cushion.
Sizzle.
This is the cushion now. This is no illusion. So this is a 2.1 carat solitaire. Now I need to explain that even in that great mine where I source all of my Peridot with that spectacular color, 90% probably of the material that comes out of there is a carat or smaller. When you get 2 carats or above, you are getting into the collector's grade of Peridot, especially with that color and that level of brightness in this.
So what should we look for in the color? Exactly.
That's exactly what you're looking for.
Okay.
It doesn't get any, I don't care, I told you about the Pakistani material. It doesn't get better than what you see on your screen right now.
It's not too light, it's not too pale.
And it's not treated in any way, shape, or form. I want this to be your first one.
Color.
Yeah. You are gonna fall in love with this. Now, let's not gloss over that enamel work. This is an artistic process that is time consuming and it takes a great amount of skill.
It's been very popular in jewelry for decades, hundreds of years.
Well, hundreds of years. And it's the art of fusing glass to metal. That's what it is. And you have to be very careful. There's a lot of safety regulations.
Is it reflecting the Peridot?
It sure is.
Oh, that's amazing.
This is spectacular. There is the under gallery.
Yep.
And you get my initials, no extra charge.
In case you forgot.
Well, you know what else is great about that? Let's say you forgot your receipt and you wanted to use my customer service center. They know with the PD on the back that it's one of the pieces they made.
It's one of yours. Yep. Let me just introduce you to our HSN pricing for you today. For our Tucson Gem event, we have $50 off, and we also have those 5 interest-free flexible payments. So you don't ever have to pay all at once when you see those flexible payments. It's interest-free financing on your major credit card of choice, your Visa, American Express, Discover, maybe your HSN credit card. You make your first payment, we ship it to you right away, and then you're wearing it, and then you're enjoying it, and you still have 30 days to make your final decision. I have to tell you, it's so comfortable on. It has sort of a nice big look, but it tapers in the back. But you really get something I think you're gonna wear and really show off. I mean, this is something I think has some bragging rights.
Oh, this is huge.
A 2 carat Peridot of that color.
Now, you can overrule me on this.
Okay.
I think that even if guys wanted to buy this is a style that they could wear.
I would agree with you.
Not just because of the cushion cut, but the enamel and the bands. But I'm gonna tell you a quick story, if you will indulge me. I love Peridot, and I've been a fan of it for a long time. My nephew, whose name is Cameron Crowell, so from Judy's side of the family, he graduated from the Naval Academy about, I want to say 5 or 6 years ago. Judy and I happened to be driving, actually on a car service from our manufacturer in New Jersey to their office in New York. And we happened to get a call from Cameron. He wanted to get his class ring for the Naval Academy. And so he was looking at all these things, and what he ended up falling in love with was the Peridot. He wanted a Peridot. He told us what they were going to charge him for the Peridot. And when I tell you the stone price he was quoted, it might have been slightly bigger than this, dwarfs the cost of this entire ring. So of course, Aunt
Just
Judy,
for the stone.
being who Aunt Judy is, said, let us get you the stone. Tell them you have the stone, and then they'll set it in the ring for you.
Nice to have family in the gemstone business.
It blew me away what they were going to charge him for just for the stone. But that's
And I'm sure it wasn't 2 carats.
No, but I'm saying
We have 80 left, everybody.
every millimeter size you go up in peridot, it becomes scarcer and scarcer and scarcer. This is a collector's piece. For those of you that love your peridot, this is where you should start.
Absolutely, and if you just do 1 peridot today, that is magnificent. That's a true gemstone find. That's a Tucson discovery that you're gonna be so thrilled you were watching today. Get that home and then share your love of peridot with the world. You'll turn the lovers into haters. No, the haters into lovers.
That's it.
I almost got that right.
You were very close.
I was so close.
You had a 50-50 shot.
That's true. Okay, good thing this is the last hour of the Tucson Gemstone event, for me at least. We just have a couple more hours with Colleen later tonight. Let me show you my pick of the hour. And boy, don't they make me wait for it. You are getting a choice of one of 3 of the most iconic best-selling stones in the Paul Deasy collection. One is the beautiful Kingman Mine turquoise. The other is the flashy and iridescent, gorgeous opalescence of the opal from Ethiopia. And then on my other hand, we've got the labradorite, which is just mesmerizing. Most of you have never seen this ring in the labradorite. It lasted like a half a second. It's back at this wonderful event price. We'll tell you more about our HSN credit card, and then we'll be back with our grand finale.
Boom.
Shop like a VIP with the HSN credit card. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. As an HSN card member, you'll get all kinds of perks, like extra flex on jewelry, beauty, and fashion purchases all day, every day. Plus VIP financing, VIP easy returns, exclusive offers, and there's no annual fee. Apply now. Call 1-800-695-1418 or search HSN card at hsn.com.
Coming up and you're looking to impress your friends, let me show you how to make this beautiful seafood boil using my DuraPan.
Let's do seafood for the dinner party.
I'm about to set off. I never felt so good. Not trying to deny it. I feel it in my soul.
Hey guys, let's eat.
I never felt so good.
By now, I'm sure you know that corundum, sapphire, comes in a multitude of different colors, but we are so fortunate to have literally stumbled upon gold sheen sapphire, a recent discovery in the gem industry. Now, Alon, tell us what makes it so special.
This variety of corundum is the newest variety of corundum to be discovered in almost 300 years. So this is a very rare find. It's the only variety of sapphire to show a sheen effect. This sheen effect is sometimes seen in stones like spectralites.
Okay.
We don't heat treat it at all, so all the asterisks, all the colors you see are natural.
Now you know, gold sheen sapphire. Be looking for it.
Okay, are you ready to rock? That's a Tucson pun. You like it?
I'm
No, it could
warming
get
up
better.
to it. I'm warming up to it.
It's only gonna go downhill from now. Welcome back, my name is Sarah. Paul Deasy is here, and we're talking about the finest, most exotic, and highly collectible stones from Tucson. Paul Deasy was there. He's bringing you the best of the best with the Paul Deasy collection. All genuine gemstones, all solid sterling silver designs, and some stones and some colors and some styles you have never seen before. And Paul, I think this was one of your favorites, right? That we're introducing for you today.
Well, first of all, the first time I saw the Cambodian zircon, it was love at first sight.
I almost had to double check my notes before the show because I was like, wait, we don't do whole rings in blue zircon.
Especially
we don't
that
do
weight.
whole pairs of earrings in blue zircon, but that's the color choice that you see on your left. And then on the right, that's not amethyst, that's tanzanite.
Yep.
And it's gonna give you that dreamy, purple blue shade. You are getting a choice of either the ring or the earrings today. The ring is $127.75. That is a fraction of what you should be spending because the appraised value is going anywhere between $285 and $530. Wait till you see the ring, and then you can also match it back to the earrings, which are available at $206.90. They're both on 5 flexible payments. But I would say the ring is a towering achievement.
You have to.
A work of art.
You have to.
The architecture of this ring. And let's go over the choices and talk about each of these stones.
As stupid as that price is for tanzanite, and we have 1.58 carats of tanzanite.
Okay,
right?
and that is the
And that's a
right
crazy
there.
price for genuine tanzanite, genuine precious metal. But The Cambodian Arctic blue zircon
Yeah, it's icy.
it's ridiculous. It is an icy blue. It is completely natural. And if you, the only thing I can compare this to would be a blue diamond. Because remember when I told you earlier about the refractive index and how you can measure the sparkle? The second highest sparkle of any stone that is mined and natural that comes out of the ground is zircon. This looks like blue diamonds.
So it's second only to a diamond in the sparkle and that fire
And it's over
the
2 carats.
brilliance.
It's over 2 carats. Could you imagine a 2-carat diamond, blue diamond ring, and what you would shell out for that?
And the pairing of the stones, the colors
Spectacular.
match impeccably. Let me show you this beautiful profile of this ring. It's sort of like this wonderful, it reminds me almost of a bridge or perhaps a crown, like a tiara.
Yeah. These were, in fact,
That
back in the day,
graduated design that lifts and just really catches the light beautifully,
like a cathedral,
right?
like a bridge. And I'm telling you, we used to call these bridge rings back in the day, like 30 years ago. But this is a classic band style. This could be, and very easily be, an anniversary band. This could actually be a wedding band for her, because more and more people, you know, it's funny, I was talking to somebody at the Tucson Gem Show. I had dinner with a pal of mine from like 20 years ago. And he said, it's like you know, like the De Beers and the Diamond Company. They've been having difficulty because the new up-and-coming generation, they don't care about the diamond. They want something personal. They want something colored. They want something that says, you know, we happen to be in Asia, and so we wanted something from Cambodia to represent that when we get married. Or we just love the story of the color. Judy's engagement ring is not a diamond.
What did you choose?
Sapphire.
Sapphire.
The blue sapphire. And more people notice that.
And blue zircon is an alternative birthstone for the month of December,
Yep.
right? So
Actually, it's the primary.
it is, okay.
Yeah, so the original, and I'm
Because I
glad,
know turquoise is one of them as well.
I'm glad you brought that up. The original December
Such a
birthstone
gorgeous color.
was always the blue zircon. The reason people started to flock to the blue topaz is because they couldn't afford the blue zircon.
By the way, let me just walk you through the earrings as well. In the ring, we have sizes 5 through size 10 in the ring. I expect them both to go very quickly. They're both set in that yellow gold plating over solid sterling silver. We only have 70 left if you want the blue zircon. Let me kind of explain what that color reminds me of, because we both spent time in the tundra.
Yes.
In the Arctic Circle.
Yes.
Living in the Midwest. When you have, because I would get those wonderful icicles that would hang off the eaves of my house, and when either the sun would catch it at a certain light, the ice almost looked blue. Like if
Arctic
you've ever
blue.
seen,
Yeah.
like the wonderful way the sun will hit a wonderful shelf of ice or a glacier, that's what it reminds me of. And it's so icy in its effervescence. I think that's gonna just sweep you off your feet. Now the earrings are gonna be doubly gorgeous. And I say that because it's like getting
Double
two
row,
rings,
yeah.
because you're getting 2 rows on each pair of earrings, but it's not twice the price. So actually you're getting a little price break on the earrings. Those are also set in these beautiful hinged backs, and those are gonna be easy on, easy off. About 4 carats
Over
in
4
the,
carats of blue zircon.
of the blue zircon in the earrings, and there'll be slightly less in the tanzanite.
You know what's crazy?
Look at those hinge backs.
You know, one of the most popular gems sold every year is tanzanite. One of the most
Yeah,
popular.
that's the tanzanite.
And here I
I'm
am
gonna show
bragging
you
about
something.
the blue Arctic blue zircon. That's how special it is, and it's double the carat weight.
Okay.
It's absolutely amazing.
I'm getting a little wild and crazy because we had this tanzanite bracelet
She's
earlier.
going rogue.
I know. Throwing everyone off. Now, it is set in a solid sterling silver versus the yellow gold plating, but because the cut is a little bit similar, you could totally pair those together, I think,
doubt.
beautifully. If you want that bracelet that we aired last hour, I think there's only a couple dozen remaining. Okay, 25 to be exact. So we'll show that graphic for you. Now, in the blue zircon ring, we have now sizes 5 through size 9. Size 10 sold out. Look at the earrings. Can you imagine wearing that color against your ear? What color is a lovely Lynn wearing? I think she's wearing tanzanite. Okay, so I'm gonna put on the other
The blue?
color just to show you what that looks like against your skin tone if we have enough time. Oh, thank you,
And they're
my
very
dear.
secure. They have that kind of clicker lock.
Yeah.
The post goes through it, and then it locks in place. No extra
Yeah, they're not
added,
too long.
and no
They're
pressure
about,
on your earlobes.
what, like a half an inch in length?
Let me
So
look that up in the
they're
old
not too
thing here.
big, they're not too small.
By 3/4. 3/8 of an inch by 3/4 of an inch.
Mm-hmm.
So again, in the earrings, your blue zircon is 4.16 carats, and the tanzanite 3.24 carats of tanzanite for that price.
Oh, they're so classy.
crazy.
And they're so sophisticated too. I mean, these are the type of earrings that never go out of style. They're not too big, they're not too small. They hang beautifully on your ear. All those stones are facing forward, which is what I think you're really gonna love about those. And then to have something that no one else is wearing, to have everyone ask you, oh my gosh, are those blue diamonds? Then you can tell them the story. Actually, they're blue zircon. We rarely see blue zircon in this magnitude, in these designs. We're down to size 6 or 7 in the ring,
Get
and
it
the
if you
blue
can.
earrings are almost sold out. So the tanzanite is often the star of the show. This is rarely when it takes second place to something
But that-
new and extraordinary,
said-
but just as gorgeous in
This
the
is the
tanzanite
most
shape.
educated
Oh, here's
gem
the tanzanite
audience
over
in the
here.
world.
They are.
Because you know how rare Cambodian zircon in that color is. So yes, and under normal circumstances, tanzanite outsells so many other things all day long. Not today.
Not today.
Now the tanzanite is a
wonderful?
great value. To do that much.
I mean, for
carat weight,
$127,
that's crazy.
$75 to get that tanzanite. Okay, well, these are both going very quickly. Final call, jump in line, and you can always skip to the front of the line by going to hsn.com, or you can get the app for that. I will say that the blue zircon is pretty much entirely sold out. Okay, but see what we have remaining. We're here with Paul Deasy. He's a gem author. He's well known and connected and highly respected in the jewelry industry. And he's also a private pilot. Have you been flying lately?
No, I haven't had time.
'Cause of the winter?
I do have to, well, not in Florida, but
We had winter. It was between January 15th and February 2nd.
I remember the Arctic blast came down here in the 30s, right?
Somehow we survived. We
No,
carried
I
on.
do have to be current like every 6 months.
Okay,
you
yeah,
know,
keep
to-
up your pilot
Actually,
license.
every 3 months I really should be doing. And then every 2 years you have to have a check ride, another check ride.
Well, let's fly to the Dominican Republic, right? Let's go off to the Caribbean.
Love
Do you like
it.
my segue?
Love it.
I'm so smooth. Okay, let's talk Larimar. This is such a dreamy stone. If you could capture a beautiful, brilliant summer blue sky on a slightly cloudy day, that's exactly the fetching and magnificent color of Larimar. And you've also done magnificent Larimar pieces in the past.
I love this stone.
So this ring, as well as the matching bracelet, are a really great selection for you, just top notch. The presentation on the ring is gonna be a 10mm center stone, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's the bracelet. I was gonna say, it's gotta be bigger than that.
No, that's
a
a
16 by 12 millimeter center stone. The size of the Larimar stones, are you ready for this? Those are also very, very large. Those are gonna be the 10mm rounds.
11.
In 11.
11 rounds.
I should listen to Paul all the time. In combination with the London Blue Topaz, what a gorgeous and exciting find for our Tucson Gem event. We have 2 sizes for you in the bracelet. We have a 7-inch, we have a 7.5 inch, and then the ring, I believe we have sizes 5 all the way through size 11. Okay.
If you have ever been on a cruise ship, if you've ever been in the Caribbean, you know how much they charge for this. This is ridiculous. You talked about the size of that stone in the ring, a 16-12.
Yeah, that's a whopper.
That's huge. And there's not a lot of rough big enough to accommodate that kind of stone. But I remember Judy and I were on a cruise last February. Actually, we left March, and we went from the Amazon River in Manaus, Brazil, all the way up to Fort Lauderdale.
Fun.
And we stopped in, I want to say it was Barbados. And we went into a store that had Larimar. They had a little pair. It was probably a 8.6 on a silver chain. It was like $800.
Oh, it's crazy.
This is...
It's a single source gemstone, which makes it...
It's the rarest. I will
very
say
hard
this.
to
It's the
find.
rarest one that I offer because if you look at even the tanzanite, which is in a 30-kilometer square area, where there's literally hundreds of holes in the ground, that's all a mine is, a hole in the ground. You think it's this like great thing. No, so there's hundreds of mines there. In the Dominican Republic, in the Barahona province,
Start with the
There is a 1 kilometer square area where this material has ever been found. It's actually called blue pectolite, and it got the name Larimar. I'll explain how we got to the name Larimar. But this is a big specimen like this for a price of under $200 is insane.
Yeah, a real collector's item. And then look at the beautiful framework. You have the center stone of the Larimar, and that is done in the 16 by 12 center stone. And then you have 77 points of London blue topaz, so nearly a carat of London blue topaz, and that's that beautiful deep blue. Unfortunately, we have to go because it's so limited.
I'm not even gonna show you the rough then.
But you're gonna have
Why
to
tease
just
you?
jump right in. I know. We do have both sizes for you in the bracelet, 7 or 7.5, but they're both going very quickly. The bracelet is exceptional. I think when you get that home, you're gonna be so thrilled. Fully finished under gallery, slide insert closure, and you'll never get tired of looking at Larimar. It is like a little vacation. Every time you look at it, it's like probably like flying in to Cancun or flying into that beautiful, exotic, tropical Caribbean getaway. It's just so pretty. Okay, we've got lots to talk about. We have some Tucson specials for you, and you have 4 choices in this next bracelet, and you also have an event price that's going to be the lowest price we have ever offered. It's completely adjustable. It fits a 7-inch, a 7.5, or an 8-inch wrist because it has that triple toggle design on the back. But let's go over the choices because there's 4. You'll get 4 different stones. They're all set in a different color of metal.
And all mined in the USA.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, where are we? Our
That
first stone there.
White buffalo. Now this is, everybody calls it white buffalo. What the actual chemical composition is a calcite, quartz, and dolomite.
Very cool. That's the white
Completely
buffalo.
natural, untreated stone.
So cool. And you know there's gonna be a turquoise in here. By the way, the white buffalo is set in the solid sterling silver.
And that's Nevada. That comes from Nevada.
Okay, perfect. Then we've got our
Number 8.
Our number 8. If you
Numero
picked up that
ocho.
ring from earlier, oh yes, here it is. It would be a lovely match because that's famous for its matrix. That's set in a yellow gold plating over solid sterling silver. We had that ring last
And that's
hour.
a 20 by 15 center stone. That's huge.
Yeah, these are
And then we
big.
have 2 of the 1410s. Those are not small either.
Okay, third choice on this beautiful list.
Hawaiian surf blue chalcedony.
And that's
Hawaiian surf.
such a beautiful sort of earthy stone. It does look like the surf.
Completely natural, untreated, comes from California, very near the border of Arizona.
How about that?
Now, what it's so funny. You
And
say,
that's done in the rose gold
and how do they
plating.
get these names? I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, and then I don't want you to miss out on this one. It is like blinding. It's one of the few all-white stones
It's my,
that you ever see in
it's my
jewelry.
favorite new discovery. I discovered it about 1.5 years ago. I was actually in a parking lot in Dallas, Texas, with my stone guy.
Oh,
And-
you didn't like find it in the parking lot.
No. He
found your guy in the
drove to
parking
meet me
lot.
there because I happened to be doing business there. He was so excited to show me these stones. I went to the mine. I know we have some
white
footage of
magnesite.
it. Yeah, we call it pristine. It is a natural white magnesite. There's no, this is me at the mine. That's on the kind of riverbed leading up to it. And look at the end of that. You see all that white?
Yeah.
That's where the material comes from.
Interesting. Okay, we've got 90
Completely.
seconds to shop. 4 different choices. Again, they're all adjustable, whether you want the 7, the 7.5 inch, about the 8-inch length, but they're all going to attract attention. They're also done in this wonderful ornate design, and at the lowest price ever. I think you're going to be absolutely thrilled. I'll hold them up and you can see actually the fully finished gallery on the back. That's the number 8 turquoise mine. We've got 1 minute for you to shop on that one. So there is that choice. So
for that
gorgeous.
center, a 20 by 15 alone and number 8, you got to be kidding me. $164.99 for the whole thing.
It's hinged beautifully. They're super comfortable. And then you have almost like these double hearts, almost like an infinity link that wrap all the way around. But look at the texture and the detail. And again, we've never done this bracelet at this price. Hawaiian surf, California, here I come. Look
got
how
it.
pretty that is.
Well, it's so funny because I did say, you know, the miners name a lot of this stuff. And he said, well, the miners calling it Hawaiian surf. I'm like, okay, but it's from California. Explain. And I think that they thought,
right.
well, you have the
Wait.
juxtaposition of blue chalcedony and then like the rocky cliffs that you see.
But
in,
Hawaii is technically off the coast of California.
maybe it just broke off
Just
of
a
there
few
and
thousand
swam
miles
away.
away. All right, so you've got your choice, the dolomite, the turquoise, the Hawaiian surf that's really from California, and then you have the white magnesite. Okay, lots more to share with you. I mentioned the number 8 ring that would match this turquoise bracelet a little bit earlier, and I want to remind you how to order that in case you're just jumping in. That ring is available for you at $69.90. Crazy, crazy opportunity buy. And you can either do rose gold plating or the yellow gold plating. Rose gold is the most limited. I think we're down to just sizes 5 through 8. But look how pretty it looks with that last bracelet we just offered. It also has a companion piece with the number 8 turquoise mind and giant off the charts amethyst. I mean, that's like amethyst from outer space. That's like an incredible like asteroid that landed on
And
Earth.
I'm telling
amethyst.
you, collector's turquoise, folks. That's mined in the USA.
Do you know how many
From
people
Nevada.
are trying to get their hands on the number 8 turquoise?
They can't.
And it has that wonderful, mysterious matrix. That's what it's famous for. So those are just a few little quick items. If you missed them, you can also see everything on our website at hsn.com. I know sometimes we might go faster than you wish. We're trying to get in all the stories and give you all the great information you need to make a really good decision. But you're in good hands. You've got Paul Deasy, gem expert, gem author, nearly 30 years in the industry. And you are getting now 3 of his biggies. And if you do one
Bestsellers.
thing today, out of all the beautiful pieces we've shown you, they were all worth every single penny. But if you're brand new to the Paul Deasy collection, if you're brand new to HSN, I want to invite you to join me for this presentation because you're going to get a choice of 3 of his most iconic and best-selling stones. We have an event price for you that's going to be $50 off. We have 5 flexible payments. You'll get it home for just $32. Labradorite, Ethiopian opal, and turquoise are your choices. Lots to see. A highly collectible stone because each of these center stones is significant. 11 by 9 center stones. And then you'll see the tanzanite. It's all set in solid sterling silver with a beautiful precious metal fine jewelry finish. I think you're just gonna fall head over heels. Now, let's start with the labradorite
Yes.
because before the show I said, Paul, I've presented this ring with you several times. I've never seen it in labradorite, but it never lasted like,
No.
what, more than a minute?
It was popular demand. Everybody wanted to have this. It's one of my favorite gemstones. What you're looking at is a phenomenon called labradorescence. Sometimes they refer to it as Schiller. And
got
that
that
is an
flash.
11 by 9 millimeter oval, flanked by 2 tanzanites, which is 0.58 carats total weight. And then, of course, we have the white zircon as well. But I want to show you what the rough looks like.
Okay.
So you can hold that backwards first, because I want you to see that, because you might just walk by that and not know what you have. Now, the other side, we slabbed it. And you start to see the magic of that. And then when you start to then polish it, you get things that look like that. I mean, that is just spectacular.
I feel like I'm looking at fireworks.
Now, that's a great value for labradorite. And I was telling before the show, I said that this was one of the fastest moving stones at the show this year.
Because the first thing I asked him, okay, tell me
was
what
selling,
is hot
okay?
in Tucson.
The
He
other
said
one I told,
labradorite.
and I also said rhodochrosite, because I'd never seen more sold than now. Let's
Okay,
move from there
that's
to the
labradorite.
turquoise.
Let's do turquoise.
And the reason I wanted to do turquoise next
This is so pretty.
is because if I didn't tell you, Sarah, you've worked with me for many years. If I didn't tell you what that stone was, what would you have told me you thought it was?
Sleeping Beauty.
It looks exactly like Sleeping Beauty. This is a AAA grade Kingman. And I've told you all over the years, the Globe, Arizona mine, Sleeping Beauty, wasn't the only mine that ever produced robin's egg blue material. Here's the problem right now, and I say this, you really need to trust your source when you are dealing with turquoise. Because there's a lot of things out there, some people find stuff from Mexico. Hey, I sell Mexican turquoise, but I don't try and pass it off as USA turquoise. I was talking to Marty Kolbaugh, who's the leaseholder of the mine. And I'm telling you, I don't think the GIA can tell the difference between this and Sleeping Beauty. They will never give you the country of origin of a turquoise. They just won't.
Nope.
Marty told me, he's the leaseholder of the Kingman mine. He told me that he had buyers coming from Asia, and all they kept asking him in his booth is, do you have any Sleeping Beauty? And he said, no, I do not. I love Marty because he and I share one thing, and it's called integrity. So this person said, well, I want to buy Sleeping Beauty. And Marty said, listen, I can give you this stone. It looks just like it. People would buy Sleeping Beauty for thousands of dollars a pound. I'm going to give this to you for $600 a pound. Do you want it? And he says, no, I want Sleeping Beauty. There are people right now that are buying material and selling it as Sleeping Beauty. I'm telling you the truth. This is Kingman. This is as high a grade of Kingman as I can buy. No one's going to be able to tell the difference. If you want to tell someone it's Sleeping Beauty, that's your prerogative.
Right.
I can't. I can't do that. But this is as good a material you're going to get. You still get the tanzanite.
Still one of the highest grade turquoise mines in the world today.
Yep. I think it's the most important turquoise mine in the world, to be honest. And right now is the best time because both he and his son, I'm talking about Marty and Josh, told me separately, Paul, we love you because you tell the truth on the air. So we've raised our price on all of our turquoise. And he said, and it's going to get worse because the copper mine has reopened.
Yep.
They're going to start pulling copper again, and that means the turquoise mining stops when they do that.
So there's might be one of your last looks at the turquoise today.
Right.
If you want our Tucson event prices, it ends tonight. If you want the 5 flex pay, that ends tonight at midnight. $32 gets that home. We have all sizes for you in the Kingman turquoise. Again, both labradorite and turquoise very popular. Let's talk about the opal in our last few minutes, because if there's one thing I want you to learn from Paul Deasy is the magic and the mystery of opal.
The play of color.
And also what it's famous for. I'm going to try to show you the play of color as best I can. It's going to actually stay right here. That might be the best way. And I can actually shade it with my hand because, as we talked about earlier, opal is notoriously hard to photograph.
Almost impossible. Do you know why? And I wrote a book. Do you know, you know Stan Odenweller, who's here?
Yeah.
Okay, love Stan. Stan actually did the photography on my opal book.
I didn't know that.
No, not too many people do.
Look how cool that ring is.
And Judy was working with him because she was the editor of the book.
Reds and blues and greens.
We were insisting, Judy would not take any imperfection at all, which is crazy because she married me. But when
I'm not going to say anything.
When she kept demanding that Stan get these shots, it's the most impossible stone to photograph because it's doubly refractive.
However, it will look beautiful on your finger and in real life. So you get that home and you'll see that it sort of comes to life with that
Can I put this next to you? I'm going to do a demonstration. Okay. This is opal rough, and it's not great opal rough. That's why I keep it just to show what the rough looks like. I'm going to take the cap off here.
Okay.
Because I went to an expert by the name of Fred Ward, who was a graduate gemologist who also is a photographer. And I took a class with him on how to photograph opals. And he said the best way to photograph an opal is underwater, because it's doubly refractive. Now, I want you to look closely at this opal. I'm going to pour water into it.
Okay.
All right. I know we've got a lot of stuff going on here.
We do.
All right. So I want you to watch as the opal gets wet.
Oh, yeah.
You start to see, and I'll spin it around, that play of color that was missing before. See those little flashes in there? And that's the best way to photograph your opal. Now, this is low-grade opal.
Right, and I was going to say, the one that you're getting is going to be absolutely amazing. I can't wait for you to get that home. You are getting a very impressive center stone, whether you choose the labradorite, whether you choose the turquoise, or whether you choose the opal. And you're going to love that you got it in today at our Tucson Gem event price. So if you have been thinking about that ring, there's never been a better time. And right now, we have a few remaining in each size. But really, trust your gemstones to the expert. If you don't know the source, if you don't know the carat weight, then know that here at HSN, we stand behind each and every single gem offer that we present. And we're going to give you all the information so you know exactly what you're buying, because it's your hard-earned money. And you should know exactly what you're getting, and you should never be duped or misled. And that's something that everyone here prides themselves on. Well, garnet has been a little sleeper hit today. So we're going to give you a look at, we had garnet rings earlier, we had garnet bracelets. This is an all garnet necklace for $59.90. Look at the size of this necklace. It was appraised at $145, but we're talking about oodles and oodles and oodles of magnificent chip designs. And then notice how it's been actually what, three
Twisted,
strands?
yeah. It's 3 strands twisted.
So you can wear it twisted, but it's this beautiful torchade look of genuine garnet. That's your January birthstone. This has been really
and
popular.
Most important thing about gemstones, color. This is gem quality garnet for a song price. It truly is. Basically what I told our factory to do when we're doing some of the bigger garnets, we always cut, again, gem quality, we're cutting away pieces that we can't use. I said, I want that same quality to be in this necklace. I put this on the gram scale last night before we put it on the air. 75 grams. For those of you that don't know what a gram is equivalent to, a gram is equivalent to 5 carats of gemstones. So you take 5, you multiply that by 75, and you have 375 carats. Now, I said subtract 25 of those carats for the silver weight.
That's an adjustable length. You have 18 inches plus the 2-inch extender.
So what you're getting is roughly 17 cents a carat for gem quality garnet.
Wow.
Unheard of.
I mean, you'll have so much fun with this piece. I'm gonna open it up so you can just see what you're getting here today. Really, it's like getting 3 necklaces in one. And what would you spend for 1 garnet ring, or what would you spend for 1 garnet pair of earrings? And then you get these 3 strands, really like 3 necklaces. It's all twisted together. So it has this beautiful look on the neckline. I'm just gonna hold it up so I don't hit my microphone.
That's beautiful. You know what's crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it's very tailored. It's very polished.
This is what's crazy.
It's 3-dimensional. It's really chunky and
First of all, big beads are in. Big chunky beads are in. I mean, the bigger the better.
You want
Go
an
bigger,
accessory.
go home. But
this is it.
Do you understand that somewhere, somebody's in a store right now buying costume jewelry and spending more than for over 350 carats of garnet?
They're buying glass or plastic or fake or faux jewelry.
And even if this were a treated gemstone.
For real garnet. Now, this is all natural.
No treatment whatsoever.
Untreated, as Mother Nature intended.
Mozambique.
In fact, if you hold it up to the light, you'll see these really pretty cherry red colors. It's kind of hard to see maybe in our studio against our clothing, but you can see how it really, it's not dark.
You can hold that behind the...
Oh, okay.
The light will pass through that.
There's a magical way to do this.
See that?
Can you see? So it's not dark.
You can see transparent.
It's not black.
They're transparent.
See all those little cherry red, juicy pops of color? I mean, it's just so pretty. I think you're really gonna love this, and it's only, hey, $59.
2 things a gemologist will always have: a water bottle and a flashlight.
And a big hat.
Yes, you have to have the big hat.
You need a big hat. You're out in parking lots.
And listen, I have sensitive Irish skin. I always have to wear the big hat outside.
You and me both. Unfortunately, I'm not finding any gemstones. I'm just like picking up dog doo-doo. That's my glamorous life. Good thing we have Paul Deasy on our side. That's real life.
The dog
But we can look glamorous and we can look beautiful. Let's mention the peridot ring. Let's do that. Which one? Is it the one with the black enamel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Over 2 carats into solitaire.
Oh, yeah,
It is a cushion cut. It is perfect color. I'm telling you, perfect color.
A 2-carat center stone. This is by far one of the most popular items of the hour. I think we have most sizes available. I'll just double check. 6 through 9 are available. It's really handsome. It's really impressive. And as we said earlier, it does have a wonderful unisex design, so even great for a man if you have the right ring finger size. And then also you have the fully finished under gallery. So that's a showstopper right there. That's a hand grabber. That's like, whoa, what are you wearing with the black enamel? Really, really pretty. Okay, a couple other items I want to remind you of. Ooh. This is at the final few moments with Paul Deasy. If you want these earrings, sorry to
tease you.
Not show you the ring, but it's just sold out. Okay, we have the blue zircon earrings, which are getting very limited, genuine blue zircons, all natural. And then we have the tanzanite. We do have the tanzanite ring. However, that one is going quickly in sizes 5 through 10. You'll have to imagine what that looks like. It's like the ring sideways. It's hard to keep up with all of these amazing Tucson gem shoppers. I hope you had just as much fun as we did. Happy Valentine's Day to you and Judy.
Well.
We'll see you again soon,
Absolutely.
I hope.
I'll be flying on Valentine's Day, as I usually am flying somewhere.
Okay, next stop, come back and see us very soon.
You got it.
In the meantime, you can check out his collection on hsn.com. Thanks so much for shopping with us.
Find me on Facebook. Ask me any question you want.
Stump the Expert. I'll see you on the other side with Marilyn Miglin, her beautiful Valentine's visit.
nice. Hey, can I borrow those? Okay. Yeah? I'll see you later.
Worry about one less thing with our Protection Plus plans at HSN. Computers, printers, cameras, fitness equipment, even jewelry can be covered with a plan that offers repair or replacement should something go wrong. And portable electronics feature accidental damage from handling, which covers unintentional mishaps like everyday drops, spills, and cracked screens. Shop smart and protect your purchase. It's easy to add when you're checking out. Search Protection Plus at hsn.com for more details.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item.